his YouTube channel initiated by Gnanmanjari Modern School. We are dealing with unit number 7, the environmental changes. And now we are at the end of this unit. After that we will go for unit number 8. So some of the global warming measurement means how to stop this global warming that we have discussed in last video. Some points still are there to be discussed. So please keep your book, students, and after that I'll give you the brief idea about how to measure or how to stop and how to care about these effects of global warming. So please keep a book with you, students. See, now we are on page number 45. Let me read all the points and we'll start from this transportation, use of transportation. So measures to prevent global warmings, reduce the use of sources that release CO2. So those sources which release CO2, so we are advised to reduce the use of those sources. Afforestation and conservation of forest should be done, and conservation of forest means we should take care of forest, means we should not cut trees of the forest. Growing trees help to reduce carbon dioxide, and because what happened, these trees help to reduce carbon dioxide, and as soon as the carbon dioxide will be reduced, this will help us to this global warming. Optimum use of manure and pesticides, that we have to just use wisely that manure and pesticide. Adopt organic farming, add biotic in the food for animals. Optimum use of household appliances. Proper use of means of transportation, means those petrol and diesel vehicles that should be avoided to use. Check the growth of human population. Population should be checked, means the more human population grow, the more problem we have to face about this global warming. Design the buildings with sufficient ventilation to save electricity. So we are requested to save electricity too, and for that we are suggested to design our house in a way that save electricity. Increase the use of eco-friendly papers that we can do. That papers what we are using. So we have to use paper which are eco-friendly, means which those papers should not harm atmosphere. Grow plants and trees around your house. That you can do, students. Around your house you can grow trees and these plants. Make optimum use of natural resources. Use natural resources optimally. Use petroleum products judicially. Judicially means wisely. So here that's why I have written wisely word. Means those petroleum products we should use wisely, because that is the dangerous thing for global warming. Use water carefully. Water should be used carefully. We should not waste water. Practice rainwater harvesting. How to save rainwater, that we should apply in our day-to-day life. So we should practice that thing. Means how to save or how to conserve that rainwater. Increase the use of CNG and non-conventional source of energy. And the most importantly, as I told you that petrol diesel vehicles are the dangerous thing for this global warming. So instead of that we should use that CNG and non-conventional sources of energy. Students, here we have completed these measures to prevent global warming. You have some time to note down these keywords. Please note down, students. Next topic is global policy to protect environment. This is the last topic of this unit, student. Before we go for this, here in this thing to know, in that box something is here. To make 1 ton of paper. So if we want to make 1 ton of paper, we need 4400 kV electricity, 30,000 liter water, and wood of 11 trees is required. Oh my God! See this to make 1 ton of paper, 11 trees wood is required, 30,000 liter water is required, and 4,400 kV electricity is required. See, so we have to use these papers even wisely. Okay, global policy to protect environment. Global policy means the policy which should be applicable to whole world, not only to India, not only to America, not only to Australia, but the policy which can be applicable to whole world, that is called global policy. On realizing that human activities are the root cause of destruction of the environment, the countries of the world gathered at Stockholm, the capital of Sweden in 1972, to think of ways to protect the environment. So when people knew that human being is the root cause of this global warming, so all the countries people or all the nations wise people just decided to do something for it, and for that they just gathered at Stockholm. Stockholm is the capital of Switzerland in 1972. And what was the purpose of this meeting? So to think of ways to protect the environment, means how to protect environment. That was the agenda of that meeting. Another convention was held at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And another meeting, or you can say convention, was held in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. In the meeting held at Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark, in the year 2009, to discuss global warming, it was observed that the developed nations are not accepting the carbon cut, that is, the technique to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, and the developing nations were increasing pressure for the reduction of emission of greenhouse gases. So when third meeting was held, and that was held at Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark in 2009. So at that time they were discussed, and they just thought that it was observed that developed nations, means those nations who have been already developed, are not accepting this theory of carbon cut, and the developing nations were increasing pressure for the reduction of emission of greenhouse gases. So developed nations were not at all ready to accept that measurements which have been decided by in this meeting, while developing nations were being pressuring to use those policies. It was decided to give an aid of $100 billion for the development of developing nations. It means developing nations needed money to sort out the problem of this global warming. So it was decided that $100 billion will be provided to these nations. In this meeting, 59 research papers from 45 countries were presented, and through it, the leaders of the world were made to think seriously regarding the changing climate. So there were 59 research papers, and those papers were presented by 45 nations. And the agenda I told you is they were seriously thinking about the climate change. On an average, a citizen in the world emits 4.5 metric ton carbon dioxide. Indian citizen emits 1.2 metric ton carbon dioxide. Other developing nations release far lesser carbon dioxide gas. Large amount of concession should be given for development, and more restrictions should be imposed on countries like the USA. As an average, American emits 20.6 meter ton carbon dioxide. So this is horrible. American people, just average Americans, means we are talking about per head, they emit 20.6 metric ton carbon dioxide. While talking about India, so Indian citizen emits 1.2 metric ton carbon dioxide, and that average citizen in the world emits 4.5 metric ton carbon dioxide. So this is seriously horrible situation, and for that this meeting was held. This is unit number 7, student. I'll give you the keyword for this topic, that is global policy. First we will write about those meeting. Meetings first at Stockholm in 1972. Second was in Rio de Janeiro. In Brazil. Third, it was in Copenhagen. And it was in 2009. First, you note down these 3 meetings, time and places. After that, I will give you more paper. Let me write here even. See. The agenda was, or you can say purpose. Purpose was to think about climate change. Okay? You first note down, student, this. Some more keywords, students. It was decided that $100 billion for developed nation and developing nations. What is the difference between these two? Let me give you. See, developed nations means which are already developed, and developing nation means which are skilled in progress of developing. Means here they need something, still they are lacking something and they are still developing. While developed nation means which are already developed. We can say, student, USA is a developed nation while our India is developing country. Or we can say India is both developed and developing. But I put my view on this side that India is developing nation because our nation is still in progress of developing. So this is definition. You please write this. After that, see. So it was decided that $100 billion will be given to developing nation. It is for developing nation. There were 59 research papers which was presented by 45 countries. Okay, now you note down this. Okay students, so this is for unit number 7. Now we'll move for unit number 8. And unit number 8 is civic section, that is role of parliament in a democratic country. Parliament. So this unit is about parliament and all the members of parliament. Means which member is called which, that will be given in this unit number 8. So please keep your book and page number 47. Who gives the power to the government to take decisions and implements law? So there should be something which gives power to government and which make laws, rules, and which implement all the rules. The answer to these questions depends on what type of government is in that particular country. Each and every country don't have that government of democracy. In India, we have democratic government. In democracy, supreme power is vested in the people and is exercised directly by them or by their elected agents. So, talking about democratic country. So, in democratic country, supreme power is there in people's hand. People choose their favorite agent, or we can say that leader and politicians are being elected by people, and this way people have that right to choose their own favorite leader. They elect their leaders by casting a vote. There was an election ceremony or election method, and by giving vote, people choose their leader. The elected leaders and representatives form the government. In a democracy, the government has to give clarifications and provide reasons for the decisions undertaken. So they give vote and choose their leader, and afterward that leader is the responsible for all the actions he has taken. Means that leader has to give answer to people for their decision. The outer form of government is the monarchy. In this type of government, the power to take decisions and run administration is in the hand of the king and queen. So there are two types of rulers. First is democracy, and here monarchy. Decisions and leaders' choice is at people's hand. Here at king and queen's hand. King discuss the matters with his group of advisors, but the power to take the final decision lies with the king or queen only. So, power decision is in king's hand, while here people elect their leaders. So this is called democracy, this is called monarchy. So here we have lies with the king and queen only. The most important characteristic of democracy is that sole power or power to rule is not the hand of one person or group of people. So one thing is quite sure here, that power is not in one person's hand. Means sole power was not there. Every citizen is a member in the decision making process. People themselves are the creator of their destiny. Here people are at center. At People themselves are the creator of their destiny. The word for democracy in Gujarati is Lokshahi. So we have Lokshahi word in Gujarati. Democratic government is for the people. It means the welfare of people is the main aim of the government. Democracy is run by people as the representative elected by the people run the administration. It means democracy is at the people are the center in democracy. First you note down this difference between monarchy and this democracy. After that we will go further. Please note down. Monarchy, you can say dictatorship, students. That is one ruler. That is one ruler. We have democracy in India, so we can say that India is democratic country. See. What is democracy? So it is simple definition. By the people, with the people, and for the people. Means all around we can see people are at the center in democracy. Means whatever decisions are being made, that is made by the people, with the people, and for the people. So this is democracy, students. I think now this is for today, students. Now it's time to give you homework. So let me give you homework. Your homework is Unit 7, exercise question 2. Fill in the blanks that you have to write. Page number 646. So FB are there on page number 46. Exercise question 2. So you have to write those FB in your homework. Please you note down this.